I have a love-hate relationship with video games because as a kid I played video games so much, and I feel like it is partially responsible for my work ethic now and my craving for improving and leveling up in my life. I just transferred it from the virtual world into reality. But obviously, on the other hand, the hate relationship comes from me now realizing that video games are extremely poisonous for your mind and an extreme waste of time. Because if you think that video games are how you can wind down after a hard day's work, I want you to think if you were to put your brain in like a scanner when you played like these highly stimulated video games like Fortnite and Modern Warfare and whatever the newest popular video game is out now, like think about that. Some of these guys actually think that they're winding down when playing video games at the end of the day, when they're literally playing a virtual reality game where they're in war. Like they're in real fucking war in that game, but they claim that their brain is winding down. Like, come on, man. But if you're anything like me, you do anything to the extreme. Like whether it's good or bad, you take everything to the extreme. So like you can't just be like a casual video game player. Like you either go 0 or 100. You either play none at all or you play fucking 8 hours a day. None of this like hour a day bullshit that most people claim that they do, where in actuality it's like 3 to 4 hours a day. Like I'm telling you, when I used to play, I had to become a fucking god at that video game. Like when I was 18, 19, 20 years old, like my ass on weekends would wake up, go to the gym, which was the only productive thing that I really had in my life at that time. I would wake up, go to the gym, come home, smoke weed, and then play video games until I went to bed that night. Like that was my fucking daily routine as a 18, 19, 20-year-old kid. I knew all the Call of Duty maps inside and out. I knew all the best spots to camp. I played FIFA a lot, so I knew all the OP skill moves. I knew all the broken tactics. I knew all the players that played better than their overalls were that I could get for super cheap. Like if you really think about how much you know and how much your brain has put into knowing all of this shit about like your favorite video game, for example, like if you put that same time and effort and attention into the gym or working on your business or building a personal brand or learning sales or whatever it could be, like you could be fucking killing it by now. Like video games are tough to quit, obviously, but it's because they're designed to give you constant dopamine spikes. So you have to instead trick your brain into getting the dopamine spikes from other forms of progress. Like I mentioned earlier, transferring that virtual progress and building up your character in the virtual world into building up your character and building up your traits in the real world. The only difference is those skills and traits that you gain in the real world are fucking worth it. And to all the people around you that are going to continue to play video games and call you gay or whatever for not playing anymore, and they're going to keep playing into their mid 20s and 30s and all that shit, remember, success is not the best revenge. It's the only revenge.